competed against playing basketball in high school, and I'm glad he's here. He's a heck of a man. Ulysses Green. Ulysses, stand up, please. He's here as well. Sante, his daughter, as well. And before we go to Vlad, we have a very special guest. His high school football coach, now a assistant football coach at Western Connecticut State University. Kevin Jones, please stand up, please. Teacher here, Joe Coughlin. Joe, stand up. I also want to make mention of the fact that our choir, the leader of our choir, Gloria Sinagulia, is an outstanding teacher. She was Stanford Teacher of the Year, I believe, 2 years ago. And she's here at Stamford High. Moving on to somebody that is a 2006 graduate of Stanford High School. And before we go to him, I just want to make mention of the fact that he was in my class. He was in this class, African American history, okay? And he was so turned on by what we did in that class that he went and graduated from the University of Massachusetts, and he majored in African American studies. So I'm I'm proud of him because he had an influence on a person's life. Armani Wilkes, come on up. You're going to read Vladimir Ducasse's biography.
October 15, 1987, his parents, Alumni and Vladimir Ducasse, wanted a better life for their family, so they immigrated to the United States in 2002. He attended Stamford High School. Vlad worked hard both academically and athletically to achieve his goals during his high school years. Vlad played 3 sports at Stamford High School: football, basketball, and track. He excelled both in football and track as a Black Knight. He made first team All-FCN as a junior and senior football, and made the New Haven Register's first and CC Coaches Association's first team All-State in his senior year. In track, Vlad excelled in the field events. He threw the discus 146 feet 5 inches, one of the best in the state. He also threw the shot put 53 feet 9 inches. In his senior year in 2006, Vlad received a scholarship to the University of Massachusetts at Amherst to play football. In college at UMass, Vlad played left tackle for the Minutemen. He was named to the Associated Press All-American for Division I AA. He was drafted by the New York Jets in the second round of the 2010 NFL Draft, becoming only the second UMass drafted since 1999. He played in all 16 games in his rookie season with the Jets, helping them to the AFC Championship game, where they were eventually defeated by Pittsburgh Steelers. He was featured in the HBO series Hard Knocks in the rookie year with the Jets. Vlad played 4 years with the Jets. He signed a 1-year contract with the Minnesota Vikings. He spent 1 year with the Chicago Bears and another with the Baltimore Ravens. In 2017, Vlad signed a 3-year contract with the Buffalo Bills, where he has played offensive guard for the past 2 years. Vlad has kept the tradition of Stanford High football players playing in the NFL following in the footsteps of former Black Knights. Andy Castelli, Brad Dugan, Aaron Cobb, all of whom played in the NFL. Vlad is married to Tatiana Valdez and has a son named Joshua. They reside in New Jersey. We are honored and pleased that Vlad has taken the time to return to Stanford High School today, and pleased to honor him for an academic class he took and excelled in Stanford High School. Vlad majored in African American Studies in college. Congratulations.
It is an honor to be amongst great honor. My honoree is a very good community leader and my friend, and also my golf coach. We'll talk about that later. Stanford High class of 1965. Robert Hayes was born in Stamford, Connecticut on January 20th, 1946. He is a lifelong 47. Oh. 47. He is a lifelong Stanford citizen, attending the old Stevens Elementary School, Clunin Middle School, and Stamford High School. Spider started his athletic career in elementary school as a pitcher in the Old Farm League, pitching his team to the city championship. In high school as a sophomore, Spider pitched in the CIAC Class LL State Tournament for then head coach Carmine Cassius. In his senior year in the fall of 1964, Spider won the FCAC Cross Country Championship. You can tell I'm nervous. He is the only Stamford High School long distance runner ever to win the FCAC Cross Country Championship in the 59 years of its existence. In his junior year at Stamford High, he led the 64 Black Knights to their first FCAC championship. That year, he was named to the first team All-FCAC boys basketball team. This was one of the most successful Stamford High boys basketball teams in its history. They advanced to the quarterfinals of the state tournament. In his senior year, Spider was named to the second team All-FCAC. He participated successfully on the boys outdoor track team in his junior and senior years. He also was a member of the Stamford High School choir while in high school. After graduating from Stamford High, he attended Trinidad State Junior College in Colorado, where he became a Division III All-American. After college, Spider tried out for the Seattle Supersonics, now the Oklahoma City Thunder. He returned to Stamford, and in '74 he became the recreation director of the Yearwood Center. While performing that job, he joined the Gold Coast Stars, which is a semi-professional basketball team located in Fairfield County. They played in the Eastern League, which is a principal feeder to the NBA in those days. While playing in this league, they got, I didn't know this, you got your first TV contract for the fledgling sports network ESPN. He was named to several all-star teams in this league. Without further ado, my friend, Spider.
Well, good morning.
Morning.
I was always proud of Stamford High. Stamford High has always been like one of the front runners in athletics and in education. Basically, athletic is fine, but health and education is more important than athletics. You can excel in athletics, but if you don't have the education, you're only going to go so far. It is so important for you young people to really get into your education. You have all the tools now. Back then, we didn't have half the tools that you have now to succeed in life. You got to take advantage, because life can end at any second. All I'm asking any of you to do is just use your brains, not your brawn, and excel at what you do. If you can be the person that you were meant to be, it's going to show. Just be who you are, be proud of who you are, and make people who love you proud of you. That's all that I have to say.
Stamford High School, African American History Company celebrating the contributions of graduates presenting to Robert Spider Hayes, class of 1965. Stanford High School and the African American History class recognize your individual achievements while attending Stanford High School and your outstanding accomplishments in life. Your success is an inspiration to you.
Okay, our next honoree is the class of 1977 graduating class, David Peters. And Martine, come on up, please, and read the biography for Mr. David Peters.
David Fields is a healthcare executive with a background in sales, marketing, and operations. He is currently a VP sales healthcare professional at Alumni Diabetics Care, the world's largest manufacturer of medication management and delivery solutions. Dave is a 1977 graduate of the mighty Stamford High School, where he was active in the Black Students Union under the guidance of Lake Gloria Blue, and co-captain of the varsity basketball team coached by Herman Osweiler and Jim Moriarty. Dave is also a graduate of Columbia University with a BA in Political Science and Economics. Dave was only a sophomore starter on the Columbia varsity team, which competed against some of the best teams in the country. After college, he founded DP Productions, an advertising, promotions, and event planning firm that specialized in corporate branding and entertainment events, featuring contemporary R&B artists. Following the sale of his company, Dave joined the Smith Klein Fishman in 1993 as an account executive and took on more increased responsibility during his 11-year tenure with the company. Dave joined Johnson & Johnson and Novo Nordisk in various sales and marketing leadership roles before moving to the U.S. in 2014. Throughout his career in the healthcare industry, Dave was most active in recruiting and developing women and minorities for long careers in the industry that continues to play a key role in helping the well-being of their lives. Dave is a former trustee at Baptist Church in New York, New Jersey, and a member of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, where he was held multiple leadership roles in the graduate chapters of the International Brotherhood. Church and fraternity has allowed Dave to participate in programs to feed and clothe the members of the community, mentor both gifted and at-risk boys, and promote the awareness of diseases and disproportionality that affect minorities. Dave's personal ministry involves providing haircuts and shaves to men who are in the hospital or long-term care facilities. To build on his passions for developing, mentoring, and coaching leaders, Dave has recently completed a certification as a professional coach. This will enhance his ability to provide guidance and support for people, seniors, and individual contributors, with the goal of helping them to be more effective in their current as well as future roles. Dave and his wife Holly have been married for 27 years. They have two sons, Malcolm, a high school all-star fencer, who now fences for the national champion University of Notre Dame, and Martin, a middle school soccer player. Mom and Dad are most proud of their work in the classroom and their understanding of their responsibilities as global citizens. We are honored with his presence here today for his many accomplishments as a student at Stamford High, as well as his professional life. You are truly an inspiration to students of Stamford.
Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I wanted to acknowledge that great sweatshirt you're wearing there. Can everyone see it? Yeah. No, Columbia is
Columbia, that's right.
So it's near and dear to my heart. Thank you all for having me here this morning. I will tell you, I speak often in front of very large crowds, but I've never been more nervous than coming home and speaking here. I'm particularly honored because I see Rodney Bass, Curtis Tennant, and Mo's here, and Spider. These are people that have played critical roles in my life, and I'm honored to be standing before all of you, so thank you very much for your friendship. I have just two things to talk to you about, three actually. Education, choices, and options. Education, choices, and options. When you start your journey and you're able to move on and decide what you want to do after you graduate from this great school, please think about where you'll end up 40, 50 years from now. Wherever you end up, it's going to be very important that you have a strong foundation. That starts with a great education. I'm just eternally grateful and just so thankful for the fact that Herm Alslinger put me in his car and drove me to Yale, Brown, and Muhlenberg College, Gettysburg College, any school he could think of, just to tell me that, no, you're not going to go and do this, you're going to go to college. And it's changed my life, right? Education. With education, you then have choices that you can make. Some of those choices that I've made were not so great, right? I can't say that I'm standing here and I'm falling from heaven. I've made some bad mistakes. But because I had those choices, I was able to control my own destiny. With education, you make your choices. You always have options. Because when you think about it, if you want to be in control of yourself, you've got to lay the foundation. Spider talked about health. I would agree with that 100%. That's one of the choices that you'll make. It's one of the options that you have in terms of how you live.